What's up guys, Intellitech Studios here, and today we've got another vacuum saved. This is, I already forgot what number it is, but we just did the other vacuum saved, what, 2 weeks ago at this point? And we've already got another one, so that's pretty quick turnaround. And these machines have been sitting around for a week, because I actually got these last Wednesday, and I'm recording this on the next Wednesday, although it's 1:20 in the morning, so it's technically Thursday. So over a week. But either way, got these from the same place where I got the last haul of vacuums. And as I said before, there is another vacuum save that I was planning on doing before I got these two batches of vacuums. So that's still going to come down the pike eventually as well. So we got a nice bunch of machines, some machines that I've wanted to feature on the channel for a while, but haven't been able to. This includes a couple Eureka Victories, which I've always been a fan of those. The legendary Auric XL Pro. Just another Elite Rewind, nothing really too special about that. That's probably the least interesting out of all these. I don't even know why I got that, to tell you the truth. I don't even know if I was supposed to. I think I had these set aside, and I think I accidentally left this one sitting there because I was messing with it. And I think he just put it in my car. Because I'm pretty sure I paid him under the assumption I was getting these 6. But I'm not complaining. And then Eureka Ultra, Hoover Savvy, which this one, we'll come back to that, and this Dirt Devil. Now, the Elite Rewind and the XL Pro were actually out at the front of the shop. They were ones that were for sale. I don't remember how much. I know he was asking $100 for the Auric, and I gave him $140 for all of these, and he only wanted $120, but I gave him $140 because out of the last lot, I think he said he wanted $200, but I gave him $130 because that's all I had, at least on me. So I wanted to give him a little bit extra to kind of make up for it at least. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. But yeah, so I guess we'll start with this Dirt Devil because I expect this one to be... I don't know why I got this. I don't like these old Dirt Devils. I really don't. I don't like direct air machines, and I don't like machines that are heavy and loud. And this is, from what I understand, all of those. So I don't know why I grabbed this. I'm pretty sure I grabbed this because he had a whole row of old Dirt Devils, including some soft bag ones. And I was debating on grabbing some of those, but he said some of the soft bag ones had bad fans and or fan chambers or something like that. So I was like, yeah, is this one? And he's like, yeah, that one should be okay. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I grabbed it. And yeah, I don't know anything about this model. I've never had it. It's a Dirt Devil XF. Dirt Devil Plus XF. Made in the USA. Still got the sticker on it. But yeah. So this thing has seen better days, but it's not terrible. It does have 2 wands that are on it. Has a crevice tool that I haphazardly stuck onto the handle, but I don't think this is the right one. I don't think that's the right crevice tool, but I'm sure I have one that'll fit. And then this happened to be stuck in there, but I know that's not the right one because that's a newer Dirt Devil. But for now, you kind of leave it in there. And there's probably something that goes here. I assume some kind of combination tool. We actually have a little carrying handle, which is kind of placed really low on the machine, so it's not ideal. Oh, I actually didn't know this. It has a diverter that goes from the tool to the hose. I actually didn't even notice that. So, and of course it's stuck now. There we go. So that's on floor now. And but I've never had one of these. This one's from 1993, Cleveland, Ohio. So this one's quite old. Okay. And has a bag in it, but I don't believe this bag because it has a hole in it somewhere. Yeah. There's a hole in it. right there. There's a little hole in it right there, which is not ideal. I don't feel like taking the bag out without knowing if it runs, so I'm probably going to put a piece of tape on that just for now, because I don't want dust spewing out. So the interesting thing is this seems like it was serviced semi-recently, because it has a decent belt on it, and the brush roll seems fine. And again, this doesn't look like this. I would totally guess that this, that this was a clean air machine, but I've been told that it's a direct air machine, which again I don't like. I don't. Why did I grab this? I don't even want this, but for whatever reason I did. So I really hope this isn't stupid. But yeah, so we're gonna plug this in and see. Unplug the phone charger. I think I might have unplugged this cord actually. I don't remember if I did or not. Regardless, we're gonna plug that in and check and see. No, that cord is plugged in. So I'm probably not going to like this. I don't think these are even worth anything. Oh wow. Okay, you know what? That brush roll makes a little bit of noise. Honestly, that is not nearly as loud as I thought it was. Granted, I have my earbuds in, so because I expected it to be louder. But you know what? That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So maybe this was a good choice grabbing this thing. Because it's not bad to push, and it seemed like it was grooming a little bit with a little bit of a clean and a proper bag. You know, a little bit of work to that brush roll and a new belt and a headlight. This might be a neat little machine, honestly. You know what? I'm glad I took the risk on this. Because he did say it was quieter than the usual Dirt Devils. And yeah, he was right. So, honestly, this one might actually stay in the collection. Who knows? I'm not going to rule anything in or out yet, but pleasantly surprised. Now, this is definitely one that I don't expect to be as quiet. But this is a Eureka Ultra, and I've seen so many collectors just be obsessed with this machine. And I never understood why, because I never had one. Now, it is missing that part, but I could probably fashion something to hold that up. Because it's supposed to be held up like that. That looks a lot better than just being drooping like that. But I could probably fashion that with like a maybe the clip from an Elite might actually fit that. And yeah. So who knows? Let's check the bag in here. Oh. Look at that. There's another bag in there. Ain't that nice? Genuine Eureka too. Definitely old stock because that's not the current Eureka logo. Yep, 2010. Bloomington. Nice. I always say that every time I see something Eureka. So this has a brand new bag in it. So again, I don't know why this, because that Dirt Devil easily could have been sold. I'm not sure why. It seems like he just wanted to get rid of them. Because I would have assumed that these are all the rejects. Oh, does that take a F&G belt? Because that, oh, and it's got beater bars on it. That's cool. I didn't know it had beater bars. See, and this bottom intake reminds me of an Excalibur. Hi, Rocco. And it's nice and lightweight, and it's got that big sort of intake on the back. This is definitely direct air. I can tell you that much. Again, this is one I expect to be super loud and terrible sounding. But who knows? Maybe that's why people like it. It's because it's quiet. Oh, wow. Oh, come on. Definitely needs a belt. Oh, wow. Whoa. That is so cool. Sorry, I have headphones in, so if I sound loud, that's why. This is awesome. Wow. That is so cool. That is awesome. It's like the layout of an Elite, but it runs like an F&G. That is so cool. No wonder people love these things. God, and that is buttery smooth. It needs a belt, because that belt is shot, but what do you expect? Even with that belt, look at the lines. Wow, that's so cool. Wow, so we're 2 for 2 for discovering machines that I actually like a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah, that's so cool. No wonder people love these things, because that is awesome. Because that's the thing is, I love the way the F&Gs sound, but I hate using them because they're just so obnoxious with the way they're laid out and everything. To me, having a bag in the back is just a terrible design, and it just makes it hard. It makes it unwieldy to use. Like I know they're lightweight and everything, but I don't know. It's really hard to describe. But this is like the best of both worlds. It's like a Sanitaire mated with an Elite. And the best aspects of both. Why do they not still make this? This is awesome. Why is the Sanitaire F&G still around, but this isn't? That's crazy. I would still buy one of these today if they made them new. That is awesome. That's so goofy. Why do they not make this? And it's like super sturdy, but it's like it is plastic instead of metal on the back. But it's like a really nice quality, and this thing is super light. Wow. That's amazing. I wonder if I can put my Bissell HEPA bags in here, because I didn't measure the collar, but that'd make a fun video, because I don't think anyone's ever tried that. That's so cool. Oh my god, imagine new belt on this, greasing up the brush roller, and then if I could fit a Style 7 HEPA bag in there, so that way it filters well. Whoa, that would be cool. Hell, I'd daily this thing for a while if I could. I mean, I have it. That's so cool. This is supposed to be on all these other machines, but look at me geeking out about this thing. No wonder people love this. I 100% understand it now. That is insane. That thumbs up. Love that. That is awesome. That is so cool. Wow. Usually vacuums of this era don't usually interest me, and it's probably because I hadn't found these yet. I had only discovered the Elites and the bargain bin stuff, but this would have been probably the higher end stuff from that era. So it makes sense why it's so much nicer. Like, why do they... Oh wow, I probably shouldn't shake it that violently. Why do they not still make this? That's crazy. This is awesome. Obviously no tools, that sucks, but there's no tools on an F&G either. I mean, sure, there's a goofy little plate you can get, but I mean, those are goofy. Oh my god, see, I've got the Mighty Mite too. So if I wanted to like daily a Eureka pair, man, this thing with the Mighty Mite, that's a killer combo, because I already use the Mighty Mite all the time. That's amazing. I mean, I guess you have to be careful because this is all rubbery and this could split. Maybe that's why they were discontinued. But they could have easily re-engineered this with plastic or something, with just a plastic valve. Maybe that's why they were discontinued. It's probably got to be careful about that. But yeah, that's crazy. Man, wow, 15 minutes in and we're not even a quarter of the way through this. Or are we a quarter of the way? I don't know, math. And on to another one. Now this one, I was told that the reason why this one was back there is because the switch was bad, which I've been told is a common issue. Someone also commented that this was in the carpet mode, which, I mean, I would have noticed that, so. But still, appreciate the knowledge. So I expect this to be bad. That's what I was told. Maybe I'm wrong. But I wanted to take the risk because, I mean, essentially, it's worth trying. Because even if it is completely clapped, I mean, I saw this, literally unused attachments in this caddy. Well, I guess that's been used like once or twice. And these are fantastic. I love having more of these around. And again, that looks unused. So, I mean, that alone makes it worth trying. Or does it go that way? No, definitely not that way. Of course, these were used for sure, but who cares? Now again, I don't expect this to do anything, but yep. Ooh. Do you hear that? It like sounds like it's trying to start. Oh, almost. Ooh, that can't be good for the motor. Oh, come on. Hard to push. Did the motor just die? Or is that still the switch? I don't know. Whatever. It started to go shark syndrome for a second there, where the brush roll motor was running, but not the main motor. So this thing obviously needs some TLC, and I imagine it was hard to push because it was on the low setting, which I just now noticed. It smells like a Hoover. Every twin chamber Hoover smells exactly the same, and if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, see, this machine is fascinating, even if it is a piece of crap, because we got these goofy ass. Oh, that looks like it's got Dyson syndrome right there. Is this 4 brush rolls? That is insane. 4 brush rolls. And they look like Dyson brush rolls too, funnily enough. They look like TC07 brush rolls. Wow, that is goofy. That is a goofy design. There's a random wire going below here. What a mess of a machine. There is a wind tunnel V2 that exists with a more standard switch, and he actually had one, but it was in the pile of machines that were for a customer. So I didn't ask if that specific one was a customer's machine, but there were other machines next to it that were customers' machines, like Abyssal 6594 and stuff like that. So I didn't even ask. I really hope that that's just the switch malfunctioning and the motor didn't just short itself out and die, because if so, that would suck. I'm hoping it's just the switch. Maybe I can somehow fix this switch. I don't know. I've never done like board level repair on a vacuum switch, but there's a first time for everything, I suppose. So I got it to kind of work briefly for a half second, and that's good enough for me. So this one is... Oh, did I not show the sticker on the Eureka? I'll have to get that in a sec. So this, where's the damn date code on this? This is... Oh, serial number 1104. Is this 2004? I feel like this is too new to be 2004. I always forget the way these... It's got to be 2011. It's got to be That's got to be April 2011. Did they still sell the Savvy in 2011? I don't know. Maybe that is 2004. I know. I get that wrong every single time. I always misread that. So I'm sure people are going to laugh at me if that's wrong. No, this is 2004 and you're an idiot for thinking it's not. Either way, it doesn't matter. The point is it's dead. Whether it's been 13 years or 20 years, it's dead. Also, the Eureka. Oh, it's over here. So I can't see that, but you can probably see that on the camera. Does that say 8902? So 1989? Wow. Pretty fascinating. God, this feels like something that used the White House. I mean, it says 1989, so hey, there's your, well, he's dead, but there's your new vacuum, President Bush. The first one, not the newer one. All right, so far we've been doing pretty good. This is a fun episode. I guess we'll do one more goofy. We'll just get all the goofy machines out of the way. This is the Oh, I hate this thing. This is actually one I was looking forward to, and ironically, after using those two, this is now my least favorite. Not to jump the gun, but this is the Orc XL Pro. I remember seeing an ad from some outdoorsman website that did a video on one of these on YouTube, backing up a bunch of popcorn and crap. So this was one that was in the front of the store, so obviously this one works. It's just a matter of how well it works. It's got a little light on the switch, ain't that cute? And it's got a bag, whatever type of bag that is. Style U? Is that a Dirt Devil bag? Is that really a Dirt Devil bag stuffed in there? I mean, it does, to be fair, it fits really well. So, I mean, if it fits, it fits, I guess. But I'm probably going to put something else in there. Oh, yeah. And then brush roll. Looks like a damn SIBO brush roller almost. And there is a sticker that's upside down, but you can probably, I don't know. Can I flip the camera this way? I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, so, and there's random tape on it for no reason. Now, he had this listed for $100, and then for some reason, when I mentioned that I was kind of wanting it, he offered it to me for $20. So, I don't know how that pans out with the math. So, I guess technically he wanted $120 for all these, so I guess that means that everything else was $100. However that's divvied out. So, again, I gave him $140, but officially it was $120. Or maybe because I offered him, because I had asked how much he wanted, and I thought that was without the Elite, so maybe that was $20. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let's give this a run. Very squeaky wheels on this one. This thing is ridiculously heavy in the hand, which is ironic for an Auric. I mean, I know it's not really an Auric, but still, this thing is unwieldy. It sounds like it's running worse now than it was when I initially tried it. Like the motor's got kind of a whine to it, and I'm not sure why that is. I'll have to investigate that later. This thing does smell pretty dusty too, so it probably needs a good tune-up, like proper tune-up, and probably a better bag. Whatever this would have originally taken, God knows what it would have originally taken. But, yeah. Still a decent find, although, again, it's kind of funny, because this is what I was most excited for. But then all these other three, and honestly all of these, minus the Elite, are the more interesting of the machines. But this machine, this vacuum saved in general, I think it's a winner. I think I can confidently say that. What is that? I don't know what that is. It is cool. There's a light in there. Of course, I hate L-shaped nozzles. Everyone knows that at this point. But either way, still pretty interesting. Next, we're going to move on to the Victory twin set, because I have an NOS Victory. It looks just like that one, but it's the version without the headlight. I got it off of a good friend of mine a number of years ago. But I don't use it because it has a weird issue where coarse debris just gets past the bag, and it's also kind of sentimental to me, so I don't like to use it for that reason either. But I wanted another one that was nicer. Ideally, I wanted a World Vac. And look what we got. We got a World Vac. Now, there's a bunch of different versions of this. This one's the one with a dirt alert, which I couldn't give, two flying fladoodles about, trying to keep us family friendly. I couldn't give two flying fladoodles about the dirt alert sensor, but I imagine a lot of people do and want to see it. So, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there is a version of the World Vac that's in green that doesn't have the dirt alert sensor, but otherwise is identical with the headlight, the wide cleaning path, which I actually don't like, and the stretch hose and all that stuff. This also has a slightly thicker handle for some reason, which ironically feels way worse. This feels awful. And it looks like, does this actually swivel? Yes, it does. So most of these never have swiveling cord hooks, but this one does. That's actually kind of nice. No wands, but I did manage to find just randomly throughout his shop, I found a crevice tool and a combination tool, which these are ridiculous to find. Oh, this effectively has no attachments because I already needed both of these for my Mighty Mite, so that's probably what I'm going to end up putting on them. Or putting them on, just so it's complete, because I lost the crevice tool and mine never had this, although this is a crappy tool anyway, so it's not like you should really use it. But regardless, this is the filter, which I did look at earlier, and yeah, it needs a new HEPA filter, absolutely, which I do have a couple of these, so that's totally fine. And if I look down here, we actually have a really nice brush roll with, for some reason, extra bristle material coming out of it. I'm not sure why that is. And yeah, spoiler alert, I did use this one. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to do that, and that ruins the vacuum saved, and that's why nobody watches these anymore. But I wanted to try it. So, yeah, spoiler alert. I'm not going to say how well it runs, but it did pick up some stuff, in the brush roll at least. Now, it did have an issue where the bag door wasn't sealing properly, but I somehow managed to fix that. And that filter doesn't seem like it's the right filter, but it does have a good, it does have a good new bag in it. So that's nice. So honestly, if we assume, because we haven't ran it yet, if we assume that this runs good, then all it would need, oh my god, again, I'm struggling with that. I don't know why this randomly doesn't like to go back on properly. Then we would just need I think the suction will pull that back on. Then we would just need a new filter and just a bit of a wipe down, and this would be good. In theory, we'll see how well it actually runs. Also, these screws are really rusted out, and the cleaner head looks like there's a gap. There's a gap on it, so we'll see, or in it, I should say. So we'll see how well this runs. I mean, this darn thing is the loudest thing so far. So yeah, I mean, this thing, it sounds a little rough, but it runs fine. Which is good, because, Yeah. This is actually a machine that I meant to get the last time around, but there was someone who had messaged him about it, and I wanted to give them at least a week or two to, message him back and at least get the ball rolling on them buying it off of him. But I had asked him about it, and he said that they had never responded. So I thought, okay, now I feel okay grabbing it because I gave them some time. And obviously, if I decide to sell this down the road, then they'd be more than welcome to make an offer on it. Which I don't know yet if it will stay in the collection or not. I do really like it, but those lights are obnoxious, so who knows? I don't know yet. Anyways, on to the next victory, as we are very victorious in this episode. So this one definitely needs a belt. Definitely. Oh, did I not show the sticker on that one? I know, I always forget the stickers. This one's 1998, it looks like. And, yeah, this one physically looks like it's in really good shape. Like, it's not that scratched or anything. This is a more basic model, of course. And this one's a little bit lighter, too. We'll see if this one has a bag. Oh, wow, that is an extremely full bag. Wow. That is insane. That is packed to the britches. Wow. I do see a filter in there, but I can't see it because the bag's so fat. Yeah, that is filled to the top. That's so funny. Of course, some coarse debris in there. Wouldn't be a Eureka without coarse debris somewhere in the bag chamber. I'm trying to get that out so it doesn't go in the motor, but what are you going to do? Although this actually perfectly matches my Mighty Mites as it would have been from that era. If I can get this bag door on without... Why are these bag doors so difficult to get back on? I don't know why. Oh my goodness. This should not be this difficult. Okay, let me put this down for a sec. Yeah, this one you pretty much need both hands to get that bag door on. And this one, of course, I did manage to scrape together a full set of attachments for this, which is good. Love to see that. These, why can't you find these? They still make this. This still comes with the Mighty Mite to this day. That's how bad Medea is at parts availability. You can't even get an attachment on a vacuum they still sell. Literally the only way you can buy this attachment is by buying the vacuum that it comes with and returning it and keeping this tool. That's the only way you can get it. And you shouldn't have to do that. And this one's rebuilt. 2001, 211th day of 2001. Alright. So this one obviously has a full bag. But we will see if it can somehow still clean with a full bag. I doubt it. What is happening? There goes that belt. Oh yeah, I forget. This one has a... How do you even get to this exhaust? I actually don't remember how to get to the exhaust on this model. I thought there was like a tab that like opened right here, but I guess not. Does the basic model not allow you to take this off? I don't know. That's kind of weird. I definitely like the HEP filter on this one a lot more. But this one's also, even with the bag being completely packed, this is still much lighter than that one. And I actually like the handle on this more because it's more sturdy, but then you don't have the swiveling cord hook, so that's actually quite annoying if you're trying to vacuum. So yeah. You don't have to be afraid to put your dream in action. You're never gonna fade, you'll be the main attraction. Oh, that's the wrong victory, isn't it? That's victorious. Anyways, so now we got that. And finally, this was the other machine that was out on the floor, so I fully expect this one to be fine. This is a Hoover Elite Rewind with the crevice tool. We can see the sticker right there. Ain't that pretty? Just the crevice tool is all it's got. It doesn't have the combination tool or the turbo brush or even the bracket for it. So, and at first I was trying to figure out why this looked weird compared to my last one, and that's because this is faded. So, yeah. And we've got our lifetime HEPA filter, which is in there. Ooh, that is full of dirt. Well, to be fair, I don't know if you can get these anymore. I'm not going to give him too much grief for that. And again, I don't even know what he was charging for this, so I don't know. It was probably cheap. Probably like 20 bucks. So, if I had to guess. So, when your margin is that ridiculously low on these, you can't really expect them to not, or you can't expect them to replace parts that aren't necessary for the vacuum to function, even if ideally they would. This one's definitely got some rusted screws. Hopefully those come apart. A very Bissell-esque brush roll. I mean, it literally looks like a Bissell brush roll. This whole thing is very Bissell-esque. I've done a review on one of these a long time ago, or not a long time ago, probably like a year and a half ago, if I had to guess. I had one of these and did a review on it and did like maybe a video or two. I can't remember. But regardless, interesting. And then, of course, there's the dust cup, which it's going to be a pain trying to show off this filter because of the way this is put together. See, that's all good on the inside. Clearly, this was cleaned up at one point. So there's that filter. Obviously not replaced, but is washed. And it doesn't really have a smell to it. It's kind of a neutral smell. Got a little bit of a musty smell, but that's to be expected for something this old, because these filters weren't really designed to be washed. But, you make do with what you can when parts aren't available for these. Maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they are. But either way, I would totally give them the pass on it, because if I'm selling a machine for, $20, $30, you can't be expected to, especially if you have a shop, you can't be expected to put that much into it, especially when a customer's never going to even notice or care that filter's in there. If we're being honest, we know they're going to use it until it breaks and then either bring it back and pay to have it fixed or throw it away and buy another vacuum. So trying to get this back on is such a pain because that is not on properly. Alright, so I wrestled with that and got that back on. Alright. So there's the cord for the victory. Kind of goofy how there's a molded plug on here even though it's a rewind. And that prong is really bent. And for whatever reason, I can't bend it back. A lot of times I can bend these back with my fingers. But this one, I can't really. I have to heave on it. But I'll plug it in. There we go. Plugged in. And we'll give this a run. Wow, this thing cleans so well that there's already a layer of fine dust on the inside of the bin. Not bad at all. Can't deny those results. Alright, that's it. Vacuum saved episode, whatever this is. But yeah, two fantastic finds and two more. Two plus one more fantastic find. So 7 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 in total. I'd say this was a success. Especially those first two. Wow. That Eureka is absolutely blows my mind. And of course, the 2 victories are always nice. The Savvy will be an interesting project. The Hoover, who knows if I'm going to keep it, but it's a cool machine. Very Bissell-esque. So, and then of course that Oric, which honestly, at this point, is my least favorite of all these machines. Which is funny, because this was the one I was the most excited about for a while, because it seems like a SIBO or a Lindhouse. But this thing is just obnoxious, honestly. No wonder these things weren't very long-lived. But either way, does somebody want this? Because I'll sell it, although shipping on this is going to be a nightmare. Alright, so Intellitech Studios signing out. Have a good one. Peace.